We have fires that are 100,000 acres, 200,000 acres. The wildland fire problem has gotten worse for us.
We have to not only fight the fire, but prevent it from happening in the first place.
Fire prevention is absolutely essential to be conducted to fight the fires before it starts.
I started moving stuff on Sunday morning. Monday, the winds had changed, and I thought maybe we had a chance at that point. And about 3 o'clock, the winds changed again, and it was heading right to grizzly. When we did leave that night, it was, sad that we maybe would come back to this. I was hoping that we wouldn't. I was hoping that for some reason the fire would maybe scathe on the other side of the neighborhood, but some of the people up here lost everything they have, and they're never gonna be able to get back. It's sad, unfortunately. This community will never be the same. These forests that I moved up here for to dirt bike and ride razors and just hike, just get away from the city. You're never gonna be the same in my lifetime. Now in the last couple of years, a big fire might be 100,000. Now the Dixie Fire, almost 1 million acres. That's just not acceptable. It really is not. They blame it on drought, they blame it on this. Yeah, it's dry. We've had years of dry, but it comes down to forest management. It really does. I don't care how many resources you get on some of these fires, they're gonna keep burning if they have tons of fuel. And when you have these fires where they're burning the ground and the canopy, they can't be stopped. They really can't.
Fire is a natural part of our ecosystems, but lately they've become catastrophic, due in part to lack of forest management.
We come here because we love the trees, we love the forest, but you have to maintain your trees and your forest.
You want to have the right amount of trees. Trees need their space. If there's too many, it gets too crowded.
CAL FIRE doesn't just put out fires, we do a lot of forest management work as well.
So the mission statement of CAL FIRE is serving and safeguarding the citizens of California and protecting the natural resources. So some of the primary missions that leads us into are fire suppression, which I think is what most people know CAL FIRE as, is a firefighting agency. But just as important as that side of it is the fire prevention side of things and the resource management side of the department.
The work that we're doing here is an important part of California's fight against climate change.
It's important to thin the forest because right now there's too many trees in the forest. This isn't the way this forest was supposed to be. You can think of this forest all around us as like carbon in the bank, and trees growing is putting more carbon into the bank. But if the fire comes through, then all that carbon goes up in smoke and gets re-released back into the forest. This is thinning that we can feel good about. When it's thinner, each tree has more space, it grows better, it's healthier, it does better against fire and disease.
We are in the process here on a shaded fuel break where we're doing a lot of mastication, fuels reduction of both surface fuels and ladder fuels. And we're creating these breaks to give communities a protection and advantage in the case of wildfires. Mastication is one alternative or method for fuels reduction, and we do it around communities and subdivisions in an attempt to protect habitable structures and allow those people to get out and equipment to get in. CAL FIRE cannot do this alone. We clearly need the help of communities, fire safe councils, resource conservation districts, and the like. This is clearly a cooperative effort in an attempt to protect them, life, property, and structure in those communities.
The area behind me is a post-fire condition of an area that we treated during the Fire Adapted 50 Vegetation Management Program. This is an example of a collaborative management process that was put to the test and behaved as we predicted it and what we wanted it to do.
What CAL FIRE and its partners are doing here is so important. It's really important for safety, but also for climate change. And in the long term, this project needs to be maintained. We need to do projects like this, not just here, not just across the unit and the county, but across California. This is an important project, and I hope you'll stay involved.